publicity is not just for authors, it's for consultants, coaches, right? It's for people with programs and products and services, nonprofits. The truth is you need your name to get out there and more people to know about you so that they can keep talking about you, so that they can say yes to you, so that your attraction web weaving through the world of who you want to bring in a way that's so much easier and so much more efficient and so much more productive, but really gets you out there. Because here's the deal. When I say you, I'm pointing to all of you right now. I'm just looking at all of you because I know that your message matters.
When I wanted to launch my book, Power Your Profits, right, I knew there was a couple people that I needed in my corner, because you don't do this alone. You don't become a best-selling author alone. You don't get a book deal alone. You don't publish it alone. You don't become a best-selling author alone. You have Kathy Kidd, you have Jill, you have myself. You've got a team of people to help you become a best-selling author. So I told Jill, I've already published 10 books. I'd self-published. I wanted one of the big five, right? So that's Simon & Schuster, HarperCollins, Time Warner, right? And whoever the other three are, I don't know who they are off the top of my head right now. And she said, I can help you do that. And I'm like, you can? She's like, absolutely, I can. We worked together for a year. She went to the book fair with me, for me, right? She pitched me. She went to so many different publishers. She went to so many different book tellers to get my book in the hands of Simon & Schuster. And so with Jill's help, I got a 6-figure book deal. I got known, I got seen, I got heard, I got paid. And Jill's an international best-selling author, international best-selling speaker. She teaches on publicity. She walks her talk. She's in it every single day, just like we're in it every single day. She's not talking theory. She's talking rubber meets the road. Give my girl a big round of applause. Give Jill a huge round of applause. My sister from another mister, Miss Jill Lublin. Let's give it up for Jill.
OMG. Woo!
Jill, do you want me to
Susie,
run
I
your
love
slide?
and adore you. You're amazing. Yes, thank you. First of all, I just want to say you're in the right room, all of you here today, because Susie is truly the woman that is just the most magnificent support for all of you. I love knowing her, listening to her. She's the bomb in terms of coaching, let me just say. So you are in the right place. And Susie, I thank you for having me here. I bless you. You are a blessing, and I'm so grateful to know you. You deserve all the success, and I know you're helping everybody with their success. It's my goal and intention, my friends, to be here today with you to help you create your success. Right? And I want to give you the powerful publicity nuggets that are going to warm your message. I'm going to give you the ways to get your message out there and help you create that visibility factor that you all deserve. You know, my friend P.T. Barnum, he said it best. And that is, a terrible thing happens without publicity. Nothing. Right? Because here's the deal. Publicity is an attraction factor, right? It's an attraction factor. And what it does is creates that ongoing connection to you where people know who you are, what your product is, what your service is. And frankly, my friends, if nobody knows who you are, how can they find you? Right? And what I know is that by the power of your message, you will get people talking about you in ways that are way beyond what you can do for yourself. I actually made a list of the things it does, which includes all these wonderful chats. You're all wonderful. And here's what it does. So write these down, because for sure, and you're going to get that, and it's an and, many of you hit on these buttons, and I'm so excited you got it. Because here's the big thing it does. Return on investment, my friends. Why do we do things unless they return on investment? I have a woman, she got one blog post for her $25 product. She sold 600 of them, fun women's accessories, sexy little thing for bras. She made $15,000 in one day. Like, hello, that leads to more sales, increased prospects, great trust, right? More visibility, more clients, more money, and more exposure in the marketplace. and I only do mean the good kind. Publicity equals influence equals impact, right? Publicity equals influence equals impact. Now, Susie was telling you, I helped her get a book deal. Yeah, I hooked her up. Look at this next slide, because that's actually one of the things I do for people. And I always, Susie, I love holding your book up right in the camera and telling people how awesome you are, because she is. And here's why Susie got a major book deal, over 6 figures, with Simon & Schuster. Because she has influence, because she has impact. And I'm telling you, my friends, publicity is the way you're going to do that, so that you can be on your road to success, right? But it isn't just about having a book, because you can use publicity for everything you do, because I want you to plant your publicity garden, right? I want you to start planting now. Some of you have a story right now during COVID and lockdown and health and transformation and mindset. And I'll give you some actual categories. You're the ones right now that we need. And some of you are planting your publicity garden for 3, 6, and 9 months ahead. But my point is, my friends, you're an evolutionary story. And I want you to plant your publicity garden right now for what's going to work ongoingly. Here's the bottom line for what you do. And it's really all about your message. It's all about your message, because in your message is what's going to work to get the message out to the world. So type in the chat, please. What are the first 2 letters of the word message? What is it? What is it? Yes, me. And if I had gold stars, I'd give it to every one of you. I'm passing virtually through the computer the gold stars for each of you posting here, because you're the message. Yes, me. Point yourself and say, me. Point yourself and say, me. Yes, you're the message. Yes, me. All right. What are the first, well, you got the first 2, but what are the last 4 letters of the word message? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What are the last 4 letters? Yes, virtual stars. Woohoo. What are the last 4 letters? You got it, Zena. Woo. Yes, in the word message is me. Sage. Say that out loud. We all can't hear you. It's okay. Keep yourself on mute, but say that out loud. Me, sage. Me, sage. You're the wisdom. You're the wise ones. You're the ones the media's been waiting for, my friends. And here's the deal. I'm going to give you the formula right now for how to have that powerful message. And it's that you give the problem solution formula. You're going to give the problem solution formula. You're going to tell people what to do. You're going to tell them, like I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to share my message with you. This is what I do in media. Media, you've got a short amount of time. You're going to deliver quickly. And I'm going to say, the problem today is 4 out of 5 businesses will go out of business because you have no clue how to create publicity without spending a fortune. Now, listen up, my friends, because I'm about to give you thousands of dollars of PR advice. Take some notes. This is the solution part. And this is where I say, I'm going to give you 3 guerrilla publicity tips today for how to get your message in the media. The first way to get noticed is to create your ooh, ah factor. The second way is to create the I've heard of you somewhere syndrome. And the third way is focus on networking magic and show up in your communities twice a month for name and face recognition. Now, let's talk about that ooh, ah factor, shall we? And here's what the thing is, because with the ooh, ah factor, you have to use everything you've got. So for instance, I have a woman who's a confidence coach. She's Black. And I said to her, when Black Lives Matter happened, like in that moment when the news was all over, I said, forget every message we put together for you. I want you now to talk about being a strong Black woman and how to communicate with confidence, because other women need that message. And that's the one that got her on major media, talking about how to be a strong Black woman and communicate with confidence. To communicate, period, right? That's the story that had her using everything she's got, really get the story out there. Let me show you some other examples. This is my client. She's a psychologist, and she is a relationship expert. So here's the thing. Don't you love the mask over the Cupid? I just think that's so cute. But anyway, the point is that when we all went into the lockdown, and we've all been like a bit spinning around with this, I said to her, forget the psychology, forget the how do we talk to each other. You just be the quarantine Cupid. And that's the story that got her on WGN in Chicago, major station, over 50,000 watts. That's the story that's gotten her all over the place in so many good ways. So excited for all of her success. And I'm going to share with you, that's not exactly her story. So here's the deal, my friends. Stretch your story today. Stretch your message today. Move into a different way of putting your message out there. And by the way, your assignment for the big money speak for the next, event we're having together, your assignment is to put together your message, right? I want you to put together your message so that we can work with the problem today and the solution. I'm going to have you on WJILL. Okay, I know it's too many letters, but what the heck? And you're going to be my hot seat for your message, and you're going to share with us your message. I'm going to help reframe it, connect it, and make it so that you're really hot in media and that you know what to say, because here's what I know. When your message is elevated and coming out authentically in your heart, in your authentic to your spirit, it's in your soul, it resonates to you, I promise you, the media is going to say yes to you, and you're going to get more clients, period, because people go, whoa, I like that woman.
Are we doing that right now, Jill? You could do that with a couple people right now.
Oh, would you like me to?
Yeah, well, you guys want her to do that right now? Kind of reframe your story? Yes? Okay, so
yes.
Who wants to do it? Someone's got to jump in.
Okay, Brisa, let me just ask you, what's the problem today? Well, let's look at the media and what they're interested in. What they're interested in is giving value and benefit to their readers, their viewers, their listeners. So based on what you do, what do you think's the problem out there? So Brisa, tell me, what do you do?
I'm an inspirational speaker. I'm an author, and I share my story.
And you help.
And I help
stroke
survivors.
What's the Oh, stroke survivors. Okay. Hey girl, I got a good one for you. What month is National Stroke Month? I think I know it, but I need you to tell me.
May.
Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to position you for May. I assume, have you actually had a stroke? Is that the issue?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Okay. So guess what? I had a woman, she was 32 years old. She had a stroke also. And at 32, can you imagine? Were you really? Okay. So she was fit. Nobody saw it. Interesting. She was fit. Nobody saw it coming, right? One of the stories she went out with was the problem today is sometimes people don't know the signs of stroke. So she went out with a message about here are the things to watch for. She actually had a headache the night before, a really bad headache. And that was the only sign she had. And I bet you could give people some signs for what to watch out for, that something may be happening in their body, and pay attention. And that would probably be the first message I'd have you go out with. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yeah. So basically get through it quickly. Most of the time I spend too long in my story and I'm no longer helping people. That's what I notice when I share my story, because it is so deep. I want to be able to help more people than just stroke survivors. I want to be able to inspire more people and see themselves in my story.
Yes, I get that. And here's the thing. So the other way to do that, which I did also with this woman, we'll call her Sam, is that she also has similar wanting, similar desire. Also wrote a self-published book about it called Kate's Journey. Her name really is Kate. So the point is that part of how you can inspire others, and this is the story we made bigger for her, was how do you stay healthy? What do you watch out for? How do you live a healthy lifestyle? right? And by the way, she was living a healthy lifestyle. I bet you might have been too, actually, especially being that young. So here's the thing about story. And so I'm going to share this with all of you, okay? Don't spend so long in it that we can't get to the next part. Because the next part is what's in it for the reader, the viewer, the listener, your audience. What's in it for them? That's what you got to talk about. So I want you from now on to move quicker into that. You can just say, listen, here's the deal. I had a stroke at the age of 32. I never saw that coming. And then whatever, fill in a few blanks there, and then go straight to the inspiration, straight to the message. Because here's the deal. And thank you for just, being honest about you spend too much time in your story. You're not alone, my dear. Most people do this. Most people do this. So I want you just to go straight into it with a little preamble about what happened to you. For those of you who some of you are going to establish credibility first. In her case, she's establishing credibility first because of telling people that she had a stroke.
That's something
Yes,
that we've
please.
talked about for quite some time. This is Teresa, and I'm sure it's a lot of people's issue is we're always searching for credibility. We're always thinking, I'm not good enough. Is this going to be, are they going to resonate with me? We need to stop searching for credibility and realize, that, you tell your story real fast, and as long as you do it in the right way, you're going to connect with them and then just get into, what they're going to get out of it, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Thank you. I couldn't have said it better. Thank you. Let's end with that, because that's the powerful message here is your story does matter. Everybody's story counts. One of my gifts from God is the ability to translate people's stories. And one of the things I would share with all of you is, guess what? You all have stories, but some of you have dramatic stories. Some of you have business stories. Some of you have a way that you just help people. Let's get to it, my friends, and give them the solutions. Give them the solutions. So I'll be helping all of you with that, but I think we got one more person, Susie, we wanted to help. Thank you.
I'm a psychologist and I work with athletes. And basically I have 15 mental skills that I teach athletes. So I have chosen 3 mental skills and put them together in a method to help the athletes elevate their game. And these 3 mental skills can help any athletes, no matter what level they're on, to improve their performance.
Beautiful. Okay, so what's the problem today, Dr. D?
The problem,
and by the way, yes, you're a psychologist. Start with that. Credibility. We got it.
The problem is athletes cannot practice physically as much as they used to. And then now that they can practice physically, it's not as it used to be. So it's an adjustment for them.
So the problem today is, hey, guess what? The problem today is athletes can't perform in the same way, but guess what? You still got to perform daily. So I'm going to give you 3 ways to do that simply and daily. What are they, Dr. D?
Imagery, pregame routines, and goal setting.
Excellent. So now just make that a little bit broader. So the first thing you're going to do is get some imagery going. The second thing you're going to do is set some goals. And you see where I'm going with this? So here's the thing, and this is for all of you, be commanding when you're telling people what to do. Because why? Point yourself, please, right in the heart and say, I am an expert. Go ahead, point yourself in the heart and go, I am an expert. I am an expert. And you, my friends, all have messages. You all have messages that are key, that are essential, that other people want to know, that other people must know.
Dr. V.
Susie and I've been working through some rebranding, Jill, and what we've come up with, basically who I am, I'm a next steps coach. So I would probably lead with something like with the highest job loss rate in recent memory, we're searching for, people are searching for what's the next step. A woman who's redefined herself across industries from the performing arts to higher education, both public and private business sectors. I have your answer. So I would talk about something with like mindset, inventorying, and then blueprinting, planning, defining their paths forward, working with them on that.
Okay, I like that. It's a little long on the credibility building. I'd like you to shorten that just a bit And I love the fact what she did do there is she went right to, she put in next step right into her title. See, because my friends, I don't know if any of you noticed, but I'll just spill the beans right now. When I gave you those 3 solutions, I actually used every book title. Ooh. I said I'm going to give you 3 guerrilla publicity steps today, right? I said, if you want to get noticed, it's my book on McGraw-Hill.
Sneaky.
And Susie's going to give, yes, and Susie's going to give you ways to power your profits, right? And then she's going to put her book title in. But here's the good news. You don't have to have a book to do this. Virginia, you just did it with your company name. You can do it with one program you offer. You can do it. We're not being sneaky, my friends. We're putting your message right into their brains, right into their hearts, right into their subconscious, so that they start rinsing and repeating what you offer, because even they're just doing it because they're saying what you told them to say. And I love how you did that. I don't even know if you know that you did that, but you did it.
Yay. Okay. But what part, you said there was a part that I was too long on. Where was that?
Right in the front. So I'd want you to say something like, as an expert in, with some background in, right? And by the way, I know many of you do multiple things. And again, publicity is not just for authors, it's for consultants, coaches, right? It's for people with programs and products and services, nonprofits. The truth is, you need your name to get out there and more people to know about you, so that they can keep talking about you, so that they can say yes to you, so that your attraction web weaving through the world of who you want to bring in a way that's so much easier and so much more efficient and so much more productive, but really gets you out there. Because here's the deal. When I say you, I'm pointing to all of you right now. I'm just looking at all of you, because I know that your message matters. I know that each one of you have a drop in this ocean of something important to send, to shepherd, to help others with. And what I know about, and why I'm so passionate about this, why I love what I do, is because what I've seen is the power of what publicity does for others, and how it ripples out with what your message is and reaches the right people, so that they can say yes to you.
Juicy. Listen, so what I'm going to do is Jill's going to come and do more of this on our Big Money Business Summit, because I want her to get through, because she has some more juicy content. So Jill and I will carve out a good chunk of time so we can do just this. So if this is one of the things that you want to make sure you sign up for the Big Money Business Summit, because, and Stephanie said it, diamonds, she drops diamonds. She was one of my first PR coaches. Right. And I've been in New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Huffington Post. And Brisa and Jason said, Brisa's like, I'm sorry, I got nervous. That's perfect. Play here. Let's get nervous here. Let's have Jill coach us here. We don't want her to coach us after you're on the Today Show. Right. And go, oh, here's what you should have said. We want to be like, I got on the Today Show and I'm ready, because I played in this environment. I got coaching in this environment. I got help in this environment. Yes. Because that's our game. We got to get seen. We got to get you in the PR, right? We had over 8,000 placements last year, because I took the coaching Jill gave me, my team got me out there. And every time I'm on the phone with Jill, every single time I'm on the phone with Jill, I get diamonds. She's like, how about this? How about this? How about this? Stuff it's not my lane, so I'm not thinking about it. So we need Jill in our life.
Here's the deal. Because of what's going on right now, I made a list for you, like topical pieces right now that are so important in COVID and shelter in place and pandemic stories. And these are the categories I came up with. Anything around activism, like Black Lives Matter, and all alternative healers. Do we all need ways to boost our immune system to be better? That goes also for health and mindset and transformation. Do we all need ways? Now we're in a new year. People are thinking about weight loss and goals, and anyone who's a money expert, money honeys, we need you, right? Yes. And consultants, like, we got to know next steps. So these are some cool things. I thought if you're in any of these areas, I want you to be out there with your blessings, right? With your blessings. All right, let's look at visibility building activities, because I'm going to give you a list right now of some super cool things you can do that are easy. And guess what? They're completely free. So VBAs, I call them, because remember, publicity equals impact equals influence. Write that down if you didn't get it the first time. And some things you can do is, I want you to network in your community. I want you to follow reporters on social media. I want you to sign up for Google Alerts. That's really important. Make sure to sign up under your name and like one word. Like, for instance, when I had the Prophet of Kindness came out, I put in the one word to Google Alerts called kindness. And that's how I found out there's World Kindness Day on November 13th. Then we did a kindness summit, which had over 100 people. Now I'm doing a year of kindness every single month with kindness circles. All of that came out of one word in Google Alerts. So this is all free, my friends. Go to nationaldaycalendar.com and find out what holidays are appropriate for you. And then on top of that, I want you to put a word into iTunes, like, and see what podcasts show up. Woo, magical podcasts. Then you can pitch that based on the problem solution and get some podcast interviews. Blog Talk Radio is really good, and go register for helpareporter.com. Love that. Really good. Excellent thing for you to do. All these are completely free. All right. I want to show you. Yes. I want to show you a little bit of what I did. This is my latest book coming out. And as much as I'd love to tell you, wow, I got a lot of publicity, which I did, 7 Fox News interviews in the first 8 days, 75 radio podcasts and counting, article placements in Inc. and Forbes twice. And if you go to the website, prophetofkindness.com, you can see more. But let me share with you. And I started doing, like in the middle of the pandemic, these kindness circles. 40, 60 people were showing up. I thought, this is needed now. And I sat back, just like I do with any of you, and I go, what's the story here? And the story is the divided states of America. I think we can all agree about that, right? And the divided states of America is really what the problem was today, right? The problem today is the divided states of America, and that's what we started with. And that's the story that got all of that press. So I want to share with you that it's not about what you do. It's about what's the problem out there. And again, at the next conference, we're going to play with even more of you so that your name can get out there even more. But I want to share with you a couple more things, and then we'll wrap up, which is Entrepreneur Magazine. So check this out. Remember I said in the beginning about 3, 6, and 9 months ahead? So look at this. For the June issue of Entrepreneur, their production deadline is March. And for the June issue of Entrepreneur Magazine, look at that. The writer's deadline is January 15th. Now, you're all entrepreneurs. I want you in there. I want you looking ahead, planting those seeds. And those of you in some of those categories also going out right now. It's not an either or thing. It's an and. All right, let's look at, let's go to Just Say Yes. Let's go to Just Say Yes, because really, the Just Say Yes is the most important thing. Okay, well, actually, let me tell you a story about this, if I might, because here's the thing about you just say yes, all right? So here's a Just Say Yes story. Motel 6 got fired by the Richards Group. They're the biggest ad agency in Dallas, Texas, who had Motel 6, Dr. Pepper, Cracker Barrel, all kinds of big accounts. And the CEO made a racist comment. Really stupid. Okay, really stupid. He got fired. He got fired by all of these people. And so I get a text from a reporter for Fox News in Dallas, WFAA, who says, Jill, will you make a comment and tell us what to do about this? Well, good news is, of course, I said yes, but I have to tell you, I was teaching my virtual publicity course at the time, and I hadn't read the article. I didn't know what was happening. This did become national news. He just sent me one article and a link. And at the end of the day, I got on air. I got on Zoom. This is Zoom, by the way. And he put me on, and I made a comment. Now, here's the deal. I was trying to find this Because one thing, write this down, you want to publicize your publicity. It's called leverage. This is why I like publicity so much, because it's all about leverage. And this is why publicity makes your life so good, because it's all about leverage. All right. And so here's the deal. As much, I couldn't find this piece until I went the next day, up popped Google alerts, and it said Jill Lublin featured on WFA in FAA in Dallas, Texas. Boom, there it was, right? And here this actual finished piece is with WFAA. Publicize your publicity. That's right, Stephanie. It's really key that all of you do that. So I hope that I've helped you today, because here's the deal, my friends. The deal is your message is what's going to multiply you. It's going to multiply you as a human being. It's going to multiply your revenue. It's going to multiply your sales. It's going to multiply the way that you're able to show up. And it's going to multiply your impact and your influence on this earth, because I know you're here because you want to be impactful, because you know the power of what your message does. And what I want to leave you with today is that your message matters. Your message matters. Let's get it out there. Let's work with some more of you in the next conference. I can't wait. Come prepared with your powerful message, and I'll help you get your message out there, because your message matters. Write it down. Your message matters. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Jill, give Jill a big round of applause, everyone, so she can see. Big round of applause.
Yeah, I actually have a message too, but sometimes you feel like, our messages don't matter, and that's why I haven't, put it out there. And my message, is, I had a lot of dreams and goals and aspirations and wanted to do a lot of great things. And then I had, some tragedy, and I was driving home from school, and I had a really bad asthma attack, and it caused me to actually lose oxygen, and I ended up having a little bit of a traumatic brain injury. And when you're going from very sharp and witty and very proficient on everything, and then all of a sudden everything is a lot more challenging. It made my life very difficult, but I continued on.
How many of you can relate to Marcy's story? Right? I want you to see the hands. Either nod your head, put thumbs up so she can see. That was a story in itself, Marcy. Right?
Yeah.
That was Jill's coaching to Brisa, right? Start with that, because we've all had that thing that's kicked us in the teeth. How many
Right.
kicked you in the teeth that knocked you down? And you're like, we're not planning on that. Just me. Come on, I need to see your hand.
Right. So I want to use my story, because even after that, I was going to school to be a naturopathic physician, and I still continued to go to school. I just changed my career up a little bit and went to school for alternative medicine and public health. But I didn't give up. I mean, I continued, to push through, and I have a podcast, and I have, an ebook, and I'm working on my other book, and I'm also working on a coaching package right now. Well, I have it done. I just have to put it out there. And
Perfect.
And I, my main thing is, to help other people that have gone through a lot of challenges and trials and tribulations, and know that, they got this,
Yes, never give up. Never give up.
Don't quit. Don't give up. Right.
Let's give Marcy a big round of applause. Never give up. Never give up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Kathy Kendall.
Today was awesome. Thank you, Jill. Every word you said, it was like there were diamonds inside of diamonds. Like when you went back and you said that you were using every book title, and you pointed out that Dr. Virginia did as well, with her company title. I loved that. And it was like, wow, she's like dropping diamonds inside of diamonds. Everything you said was quality today. And one of the biggest things for me that I'm actually going to take action on is getting those Google alerts. I used to do that with something else years ago, and I forgot. Like, I just forgot about it, haven't done it in a while, and I'm like, why am I not doing this now? It's such an easy, no-brainer thing. So I'm going to take action and do that today. So thank you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you at the Big Money Summit.
Yes.
Yay.
I can't wait. Thank you.
I love when someone brings something up that we didn't know, right? That, like you said, Kathy, I used to do it. Like, and that's a lot of business in general. It's like, well, I used to do that. I used to hold myself accountable. I used to do affirmations. I used to work on that. And then we get busy being busy. So I love it. Lydia.
I'm a newbie here. This is my first time with everybody, and I didn't know I needed this, but then my spirit told me I did, and I needed to log on, and so I had to be obedient to that. And I'm just so grateful and thankful for each and every one of you guys that have shared. And for Jill, for today, you know, it was your spirit is so beautiful, just like the way you speak, the way you encourage. You know, I don't know you and I don't know anybody here actually, but it just made me feel comfortable to be like, okay, yes, okay, this is for me. Okay, I'm getting it, I'm taking it. I have a message, and I feel like I have so many different parts of my story that I just want to just scream it out to everybody, and I need to dissect. And you said your message is what's going to multiply you. I need to get that message down to the point of, yes, you know, I've been able to lose 105 pounds. Yes, I'm a health coach. Yes, I'm an aneurysm survivor. You know, so I realized it wasn't about being skinny, it was about health. And now with COVID, it's about health, getting healthy, boosting that immune system. Now to get all that out and for people to feel me, it's like, woo, like, I'm just excited. I'm so excited. I signed up. I already bought my ticket for the next event. Susie, you have me forever. Like, I mean, we're just, I've known your sister forever all my life. So I should have known you, right? I probably did. We probably seen each other, but thank you, Jill. There's a lot of different points here. The ooh factor. I mean, come on, we just got to get it to that ooh factor right away so that they get engaged. So, I'm ready to absorb. I'm ready. This year, I said it was my growth year, and in learning, not just myself or business, but to learn, to get better, to speak better, to engage better. And I can keep going on and I'll stop, but I'm just excited.
Well, I want you to look in the chat, Lydia, because they're saying, welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. You are home. This is your home. This is your community. This is your tribe. You had it. You ooh-ah'd when you said, I lost 100 pounds. Ooh-ah. I survived an aneurysm. Ooh-ah, right? Welcome home. You're in the right place at the right time. You know, this is so perfect. So welcome home. Giselle, let's have a Giselle share.
Hi, so this was my first time too with Lydia, and I met Susie and learned about Susie, I think 2 months ago at a different conference with Amanda Gay, and I loved how she, as much as she was a speaker, she also just showed up in the networking circles and was just a regular person with the rest of us. So that's a value set.
Show up and network, right? I don't just come in like a big old, I'm the boss. Like, no, I'm
yeah. And that's something that's a value set for me. So I that resonated with me. So I'm really glad to be here. And I really support your decision to have Jill go last. I think she did a great job kind of like bringing it all together. And Jill, one of the things that you said that really stood out for me, I guess is the right way to say it, is about connecting your story to the current stories. So you know, what's the problem now? And here's the solution. It's still like you've got the bigger overarching thing that you're doing, but to zero in on what people are talking about now. And I'm like, oh, that's so smart. So that's a great way to reframe things and to remain relevant, and to also be sharp and in tune and demonstrate that you are in tune with what's going on and be helpful to people. So thank you very much, both of you, and everybody else. It's been great. I really love the vibe of this community. So thanks for inviting me, Susie.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for seeing us. Thank you for seeing me. right? You never know where you're going to pick up your diamonds, right? So I picked up my
Yeah.
diamond at another event with Giselle. Like, come play with us, come see. What you want to watch our students. Kathy Kidd is masterful at this. She shows up at everything, and she just picks up a couple customers here and there because she's a master at it. She comes serving. She doesn't come asking. Come with a servant heart. That's this community. We serve first, right? And then people will be attracted to that, right? I love serving my community. I love helping people. I want to help you grow. That is my mission. That is my purpose. That is my why. I want to power your profits. I want to make that happen. It's not for some of us. It's for all of us. It's our divine right. Wealth is our birthright. It's not for that person. It's for us. Raise your hand if you agree. Wealth is my birthright. I need you to say that mantra every single day. Wealth is my birthright. Some of you need to talk yourself into it. I say it every day to talk myself into it because I don't want the boogeyman, right? Or the boogie woman to get me because it comes. And so you've got to surround yourself with other leaders. You've got to surround yourself with other eagles. You've got to surround yourself with other people that are playing bigger. Don't get stopped at what you didn't do. Let's look at what we can do. Miracles can happen for you. And it's all about taking action. So I want to remind you again, the Big Money Business Summit is February 26th, 27th, and 28th. We have an amazing lineup of speakers. We're going to look at how do you launch your business? How do you grow and scale your business? And how do you explode your business, right? Launching, there's certain systems we need to put in place. Scaling, then we keep building like Lego blocks. You keep building on the foundation of your business. Remember, it's not motivation, it's foundation. Jill and I have to be motivational to get you to do something, to get you to be different, to get you to be bold, be outrageous and courageous. You can't hide behind your computer. You have to put yourself out there. And this is the way to do it. How you play in these events is how you'll play in business out there. So I want you to, if you're scared to share, then at the Big Money Business Summit, I need to see you raising your hand, Andrea. I need to see you raising your hand, Latoya. I need to see you, Cheryl. We need to meet you. We need to know you like we know Zena. We know Zena because Zena's always raising her hand. I can always count on Zena, right? I can always count on my global leaders. I can always count on Dr. Evie saying, pick me, pick me, pick me. And then come be bold and ask me in the background, like, you didn't pick me, right? Like that's how business works, is you got to be bold. You got to be outrageous.